Today I want to show you 10 settings for a quick setup on your new Garmin LiveScope unit. I'm going to show you on my GPS map 1022. Most of these settings will apply to just about any Garmin unit. Showing you what it looks like, my current settings, how I got it set up. We're kind of positioned out here on this sunken boat lift, sunken boat dock, because it gives us a lot of things to look at, a lot of fish, crappie, bluegills, a few bass mixed in there, suspending on that. What I'm going to first do is I'm going to reset my unit back to factory defaults, because if you've kind of got your settings all over the place, you're not sure what to do. At the end of this video, you should know how to set up your unit pretty quickly and know what the main functions are you need to adjust to get the picture where you want it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go to installation. So if you ever had a question on what you want to do and you want to start over, just hit this and restart. So it's going to go to down mode, and it'll soon figure out that it wants to be in forward mode where we want it to be. So that's part of the settings here. So now we're back to the amber setting. Some people like that. It is a good option. Color settings are more of a personal preference, but everything's going to come in auto. And I think that's one thing we want to encourage people to kind of get. I'm a spot lock, so we're going to kind of be all over the place here. So the first thing you'll notice is on the bottom of the screen there, you're in auto range, auto depth. I am running the LVS 34. You know, I don't have a touch screen, so this is all going to be menu. But so depth range, take it off auto, and you know, for where I'm at, 25 feet is going to be plenty. I want to be able to see kind of the total water column. Then we're going to go to take it off forward range, and we're going to go manual. I want to be out to about 80-ish. And one thing I like to do to keep things in proportion, that's something I kind of learned talking to Drew Gill and other pros, is you kind of want about a 3 or a 4 to 1 ratio consistently. So if you're looking 100 out, you kind of want to be 20, 30 down. If you're, you know, looking at 20, you want to be, you know, 70, 80 out, you want to be at about 20 feet. So you keep that perspective. That way fish look the same regarding what you're doing. All right, so the next thing is gain. Typically don't want that on auto. Typically you're going to want this between about 65 and 75%, maybe a little hotter depending on what you're doing. You can see what it does. You get more information. The lower it is, the cleaner your screen will look. But obviously you can see some of those returns. When I start below 64, I can't see those fish. Start cranking it up and they reappear. So if anything, I like running mine a little bit hotter, so I'm getting the information regardless if the screen is perfectly clear or not. If you notice that little 16 volt on the screen and you're wondering what that's all about, that is due to my dedicated 16 volt Powerhouse lithium battery for house battery for electronics. Definitely a good setup, worth looking into. Link down in the description if you're interested in that. So that's it for kind of that setup. Now we're going to get into Sonar setup. That's the appearance. Color scheme. There's a couple different options out there. You can kind of pick what you want. There's different settings, different people. This is definitely personal preference, what works for you. You know, some people say this is better for seeing fish and grass. Some people like traditional amber. We're going to try moss green today for what we're doing. And that really depends on your eyes, how you see things. That's definitely a personal preference. Color gain, I want to take that off auto. We're going to kind of want to bump that up a little bit. Again, we're going to want to be in that 60 to 80%. I mean, the more we crank it up, the more noise and stuff we're going to get, but we can see returns get a lot brighter. So, you know, again, I want more information. I'll figure it out with a little bit of clutter. So yeah, in that 60 to 80% for whatever works for you. Color limit, I want this off or default. Color limit is going to basically filter out information that you might want. So unless you really know what you're doing there, or if you want a really perfect screen but you're going to probably miss your bait and your fish, I would skip that. Noise reject, go ahead and just, you're going to want that on low or off. So if you've got 2 units or 2 live units, maybe low, maybe medium. If you only got a single unit, I would consider low or off. You don't want to take out too much ghost reject. Again, off or low, you're only filtering information here. So I say, you know, don't hide TVG. You know, this is kind of I would skip that. Do all your stuff manual in the gain and color gain. Installation, I got a video about calibrating your compass. We'll do that at a different time. Maybe I'll put a link in the description after that if you want. But now we're ready to rock and roll. So let's go back out here. We can go see if we can see that little, there it is. There's all those fish lit up on that boat lift. You can see it there on the screen. You can also see there's the part of it on our 360 as well, the edge of it. If you want to get batteries or graphs or the Garmin setup or anything like that, I got mine from chattyboys.com. I'll have a link down in the description below if you're interested, and you can use code HBFREE for free shipping. And there's the 10 steps you want to do and the basic functions you want to know how to adjust when you set up your Garmin unit. If you like that, you want to learn about stabilization and calibration of your 360 unit and the compass, make sure you watch this video on the screen right here.